Hello, in this business finance lecture, we will go over study problem 15-4 in page 480 from the 8th edition of our textbook. Here's a view of the problem. Let's go over some highlights from the problem. Paymaster Enterprises will finance its working capital needs with a short-term bank loan. The loan will carry a 12% interest paid in advance. In addition, Paymaster must maintain a minimum demand deposit with the bank equal to 10% of the loan balance throughout the term of the loan. If Paymaster plans to borrow $100,000 for a 3-month period, what is the cost of this loan? Let's begin by calculating the interest expense. As you would recall, the interest rate is 12% and the principal is $100,000. But because the loan is only for 3 months instead of 12 for a whole year, so the interest expense for during that 3-month period will equal $3,000. Now in the second step, we need to calculate the effective cost of credit, keeping in mind that the interest is paid in advance, and in addition the company needs to keep a compensating balance. So therefore we need to adjust our APR formula to reflect those two conditions. The first condition being that interest paid in advance, and the second condition is we need to maintain a compensating balance. With this said, we can go ahead and calculate the APR. Recall the APR formula is interest expense divided by principal times 12 over number of months n. So in our case, the interest expense is $3,000. The principal, now we need to make these adjustments to the principal. Recall that we need to make two adjustments. The fact that interest is paid in advance, and also that the company needs to maintain a compensating balance. So with these facts, we know that the original principal is $100,000. However, we need to pay the $3,000 interest in advance, and in addition we need to maintain a $10,000 compensating balance, assuming that our company has no balance with the bank currently. That would be the case. And finally we multiply everything with 12 over 3. So making the calculation, we figure that the APR comes out as 13.79%. Now, what if our company had already a compensating balance with the bank? In that case, we would be removing this $10,000 from our denominator, from the denominator of the APR calculation, and in that case, the second condition wouldn't have been a binding restriction, and as such, when the company has sufficient funds, when the company has sufficient funds, the APR calculated in that manner, recall we would simply remove that $10,000. The rest of the calculation will be similar. The APR will come out as 12.37%. So we have a contingent answer as such. So if the company has no sufficient funds, then that would be the answer. If the company already has sufficient compensating balance, then that would be the answer. So that solves our problem. Hope to see you in our next video.